recording is on. So we have done with this part.
Yeah.
So I will share link of this page.
Okay.
Just a minute. Few things. YouTube channel, okay. Okay. Yeah. So let me share this link with you. So these are notes for you. If you can keep it with yourself, would be great. In a chat box, I'm pasting this link. You got it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Page. So these are the standard notes for whole web development related things. So we are going to learn all these things step by step. But we would be starting from here, TypeScript. And as I told you, we would be learning TypeScript and JavaScript together because your emphasis is on the Angular. And Angular is heavily built with TypeScript. Right? So we will start this with the TypeScript. So can you tell me what do you mean by TypeScript? Do you know anything about TypeScript? Have you used TypeScript?
No.
Okay. Can you, when you create the Angular component, you see some code, right?
Right.
When you create some Angular component, you see some code. Let's go to the Angular website and see some code. Angular.io. Go to the docs, getting started, understanding Angular components, and something like this. So whenever you see this code, there is an export class, something like this. There is something called as at component over here. What is this? From where these things are coming? So these are little bit high level on the first lecture, for the first lecture. But we would be understanding these things. What is the meaning of these things in the beginning? And these things are not part of the Angular actually. These things are coming from one programming language that is nothing but what? TypeScript.
Okay.
You getting my point? And if you go to the official web page of the TypeScript, can you see here what they are saying? TypeScript is JavaScript. TypeScript is JavaScript with the syntax for the types, nothing else. Very clearly, very upfront statement they are giving. TypeScript is JavaScript. So whatever you do in a JavaScript, yeah, whatever you do in a JavaScript, all that things you can do in a type. Whatever you do in a JavaScript, all that things can be done in TypeScript. But with the types. With what? Types. Let's take the example before moving ahead. If you can see, the version of the TypeScript is a 5.3. A latest version of the TypeScript is what? 5.3. Now, Just a minute. Okay. So when you talk about TypeScript, first you need to understand it is JavaScript. When you talk about TypeScript, it is JavaScript, but with the types. Okay. So, so let me give you intro of the TypeScript first. Okay. And then we need to work on something called as Git. If you remember, we have installed something called as Git SCM on your machine. Do you remember?
Yes. GitHub.
GitHub. We have installed Git on your machine, Git SCM on your machine. So whatever codes I am going to write, all that codes would be available in the repository, whatever I would be creating. Now don't worry what is a repository and other things. You are going to get to know that part.
What the types mean? The data types or are different?
We'll see that. We'll see that. So let me create this repository, a web dev angular. Web dev angular. Okay. And you can say some, I will give assign.
Initials?
No, I will give one number here. Just remember that number. So this would be a common repository for you, and all the things you will find into this repository. Whatever codes I am going to do,
Should I note down this name?
I'm going to share this link. So this link would be with you, right? In the chat box, I can share this link, bookmark this link. I have shared this link with you. So all the source codes, whatever I'm going to type from the day one to the last day, would be available on this link. So today you will not work with the Git, but maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow, you need to work with the Git. Today we are just going to see what is intro to the TypeScript. Okay. So I have created this repository. Now first let me clone it. Now you don't know what do you mean by clone. Don't worry.
I know.
Okay, clone, no problem.
We are just making a copy of whatever the remote repository means directory
Correct. On our local machine.
on our local machine. So whatever changes we do will be stay on the local repository. The same repository with the remote name is created on my machine as well.
Yes.
Then we right? Whatever the changes I will do,
Huh.
it will remain in the local.
Yes.
It will be updated only on the remote repository only when I post it.
Okay, so if you have worked with the good Git, that would be great.
Yeah, little bit not in detail.
Yes. So we have, if you don't have syllabus, you can have this link also. So we can go to the solo course, web development course, and here is the syllabus. Whatever, so these are the notes. Notes are prepared according to this syllabus only, right? And just neglect the React JS. For you there is no React. You have Angular. and all these things would be covered in the Angular. But what I wanted to show you,
These notes are to just to for reference for.
syllabus.
Do I need to write down?
No, you don't need.
Okay.
You don't need to write down anything. What I'm showing you in the Git setup, we would be understanding a required Git, right? Whatever Git is required, that Git we are going to cover. Okay, so it is available in the syllabus. So you can check my website. Over there, you will find the link.
So this is the same link you shared with me.
I have shared already link. This link.
In the chat, right?
No, that is different. So I have shared 3 different links now.
Okay.
So one for notes. First link is for notes. Second link where we will store the codes. And third is my website where you will find the syllabus.
Okay. Save all these.
Yes. These 3 different links are there.
It will remain in the chat, okay?
Yeah, no, it will not remain in chat.
Okay.
So whenever,
One minute.
yeah, you can bookmark it.
Yes, first time to open sorry.
No problem. Let me know once you complete.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So today we will take a short overview of a TypeScript. That's the generally I start batch with little overviews for the technologies. Day after tomorrow or tomorrow, you will work with Git first. Working with Git is very important. Basics. Okay. And then you also type code with me. So I have cloned the repository. Now if you can see, I am opening that into my folder. Sorry, I am opening that folder here. If you can see, web dev Angular. No, you presently it is not necessary, but whenever we will learn the things actually, today also you need to do little hands-on. But as we go in a depth, you need to I will first type the code. I will push the code to the Git repository. Then you will refer that code and you also type on your machine. This is how we will complete our whole course. Okay, but today you have a little hands-on because you don't have enough content to start with. Okay. So first thing, you need to understand your editor, code editor. You can open VS Code on your machine. If you see this first icon, Explorer, that is the Project Explorer, right? That is what Project Explorer. First you need to open the folder where you are storing all your codes, right? That is nothing but this icon. In my case, this is a Git repository. In your case also, from tomorrow or day after tomorrow, this would be the Git repository, your personal Git repository. Okay. Then this thing shows you about the search. This thing shows you if you want to search in your project something, right? This search icon is important. These are nothing but what the extensions. We will talk about this as in when required. Right? This is the debugger. This is the Git related operations you can find over here. If you see, the content of this wizard is getting changed. Here it is changed, here it is changed,
Yes.
right? And forget about these 3. It is not on your machine, right? This is not on your machine. This also and this also. Am I correct? These three icons are not available over there. Just first four icons, five icons are available. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Forget about these three. Okay. So this icon says with which user you have logged in to the Git, right? And other cloud related things. Presently, it is not required. So settings. So frequently we will use this tab, but with the help of extensions like this. If I go to the settings, click on the command palette. So here you can, this is actually controller of your controller of your VS Code. From here you can do anything, whatever you want to do. Okay, let's not go to that details right now. I wanted to explain you what you can say. Here I will create one folder first, day 2, right? In a day 1 we have done installation, day 01. I can create and write over here readme.md completed. The completed required installation. Okay, now here in the day 2, what I'm going to create, I'm going to create, say, app.app01.js file. What do you mean by JS? It's a JavaScript file. And I wanted to create the variables. So I can create a variable by means of let or var keyword, var, and I can write the name of the variable. Say, here I can say ID is 10. Okay. So similarly, I can create app02.ts Typescript. Look at the extension. First difference between JS and TS. Look at the extension JS and TS. TS means what? TypeScript. What is TypeScript? TypeScript is JavaScript. TypeScript is JavaScript with the types, with the syntax for what? Types. A TypeScript is a strongly typed programming language that is built on the JavaScript, giving you better tooling at any scale. Okay, now what do you mean by at types? So JavaScript is untyped programming language, but TypeScript is a statically typed programming language. If you see, strongly typed programming language. Okay, now here I can go and same thing I can do, var id. Now how this is different, see, syntax changes, colon, here I can say number is equals to 10. This part, what I'm saying, this part, colon number, this part is missing in JavaScript. Then you will say me, what's the difference over here? I go over here and id is equals to, I can assign some string type of data, ddd. You getting my point? So at this line, id is working as number till this line. But here, that id becomes what? String. You know the string, right?
Yes.
It's a string, set of characters. So this is not convenient in some cases. This is not at all convenient in some cases.
Right.
Correct?
Yes.
So we have defined this id as a number, and all of a sudden that id becomes string. Means here the variable id is going to store the value of type number. Variable id is going to store value. That's why we created this id, which stores the value of type number. But all of a sudden it is holding a value of type string. This is problematic.
And this means, according to whatever the value we assign,
uh-huh.
the data type of that particular variable becomes pattern.
Yeah, that is
In
the
first case, it becomes an integer or a number. In second case, it is string.
string. That's what the
But,
dynamic.
But in case, suppose we are using id in a program, and we assume that it is an integer.
Integer.
Yeah. And somehow someone like change it to string, so it may cause confusion.
Yeah, it will work.
Like mismatch or something like that.
It will work. There is no problem.
Mm-hmm.
It will work as it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but let's try to do it in the TypeScript now.
Mm-hmm.
Extension is ts, id is equals to abc. Can you see you are getting some kind of error?
Yes.
String is not assignable to type number. So this part has been changed in the TypeScript. That's what the TypeScript is. TypeScript is a JavaScript with the syntax for types.
Mm-hmm.
It's a JavaScript only. There is no change. Only this line has been added. Even this is optional in the TypeScript. You write it or you don't write it. But still here you will get an error. But here you will not get an error. That's the difference. Here you will not get an error. Here you will get the
But
error.
this will work in TypeScript even if it is showing that.
It will not work. TypeScript will see it's a complete error.
Yes.
Can you see? View a problem, no quick fix available. The type string is not assignable to type number. This is the error.
Yeah.
TypeScript, by looking at the value, what TypeScript says, I will look at the value and automatically I will decide the type. But in a JS, I will not do that thing. I will not take that efforts. Okay, TS says that by looking at value, I will internally assign the type. By looking at value, I will internally assign the type. You write it explicitly. You write it explicitly or you don't write it explicitly. That is up to you. Correct? Now, what is happening over here? TS and the JS. But your browser will never understand the TypeScript. So ultimately, this is the TypeScript. Now, if you ask browser to understand the TypeScript, browser will say that, no, I don't know what you are talking about. Browser will never understand the TypeScript directly. Then what's the use of the TypeScript? Remember that TypeScript is limited to the developers. It is for better understanding of the developers. Then what about the systems? So here I will show you npx. npx is the command which is used to execute something. tsc and okay, just move to the folder first. cd day 02. We have saved everything in a okay, your app.ts is not in a day 02. Let's take it to the day 02. Now it's in a day 02. Now npx tsc app02.ts. Look at this. Observe this carefully and hit the enter. Now, okay. Now, what we need to do over here, what I'm trying to do exactly, let me tell you. TypeScript is not understandable directly to your TypeScript is not directly understandable to browsers. So there is one package called as TypeScript, npm install TypeScript, and then you can do something like npx or something like that. In your case, what you will do, let me tell you. In your case, you will type npm install /g TypeScript. npm install /g and what? TypeScript. G.
That is
Globally.
That slash, you pronounce it as slash.
Slash or
It is
hyphen.
hyphen.
Hyphen. You can call it as hyphen. Yeah, no problem. I'm going to put everything in the notes. Don't worry. npm install /. I'm just giving you a simple demo, right? Now, if you remove the /g, it will download. Can you see something is getting downloaded over here called as node modules? What is the node modules? Forget it right now. We are going to learn what is node modules at very end, not now. At the end of the JavaScript, or sorry, TypeScript, we will learn what is node modules. Right now, forget about it. Okay. And now what I will do, npx tsc and app02.ts. Look here very carefully what is happening. Can you see one error? The string type is not assignable to the number. id is equals to this thing. Again, look at the screen very carefully. I will remove this line because there is an error, right? It will not do whatever I'm trying to do right now. Look at these folders. Okay, look at this day 2 folder. app01js is there, app02ts is there. Now, see some fancy command I'm typing over here. You can consider in that way. npx execute one node module called as tsc, and to that tsc you have given input as this app02.ts. Now look at this very carefully. What is happening? Hit the enter, and can you see one JS file has automatically generated? And if you open that JS file, you will realize that it is the file which is same as 01js. Right? For your understanding, if you can see, id : number have been removed from here. So this is the TS. This is the TS file. So if you see this, let me open these 3 things on your machine. So app01.js, this is the normal JS we have written.
Yes.
Then app02.js have been created by someone. And app02ts you created. But if you look at a point here, the colon ID number is missing over here. Correct? Colon ID is missing over here. Which means that whatever tool you have used over here, not here. So this is not a tool, remember that. This is not related to the TypeScript, but this much command is related to the TypeScript. tsc and name of TypeScript files. So what do you mean by tsc? Can you conclude? Now I have shown you what does tsc does.
It is TypeScript compiler.
Yeah, correct. It is a TypeScript compiler which knows the TypeScript. It is a half sentence. It is a TypeScript compiler.
It converts into Java.
It converts into the JavaScript, and this JavaScript might not be understandable by you, but it is understandable by browser. Browser says that I don't have anything to do with this thing. Right? Browser never understands these things. .ts file browser never understands. Browser says that I need JavaScript. Now, why I said this file might not be understandable by you, so I can create simple class called as car over here, and I can attach one more thing. Look at the code. How much lines of code here? Only one, technically one line of code I have written. Export class car, pretty understandable. Now, again, I will compile it to the JS and look at the code size, how much code it has created. To one line, it has created this much line of code, right? It has created this much line of code. So this is a generated file from this file, right? Which says that the complexity of the JS is more than the TS. So here you need to write a lot of code. In JS, you need to write a lot of code. But in TS, things are pretty clear over here. But whenever JS file would be getting generated by TS, by TypeScript compiler, all the types related things would be removed. No types you will find over here. Right?
Yeah.
Now, what I want, yeah, go ahead.
Class is also a type. Here I can see.
Yeah.
Car.
Say that again. Class is what?
Class is car is a class.
Correct.
And you said all data types are removed, right?
Removed. Types are removed. Data types are removed.
So class is also one of the data.
So if you see here, to this car there is no type.
Right. It is, yes, it is also removed.
It is also removed.
Just like
Other variable. Right? And it has something called as IIFE, immediately invocable function expression. This is what called it is in a JavaScript. But that is okay, no problem. What I wanted to show you, at what point TypeScript is going to help you. So this much line of code is equals to this much line of code. One thing, one advantage of the TypeScript is this: you need to write very less code, and first thing is that you need to, what you can say, you don't need to worry about the dynamic types, because here in a TypeScript we are going to define the types statically. Statically means what? At the time of declaration we are defining types then and there. Right? If you don't define it, still TypeScript says that by looking at value I will consider the types. Okay, so what I want you to do, let's do.
In that case, for example, where ID is equal to 10. So it is dynamic declaration. Can we say that?
In JS, it's a dynamic.
Okay, but you said I don't need to provide the number as
yeah. So in a TS, you provide it or you don't provide. Still, you will get an error. Can you see ABC?
No, not ABC. Just for number only. First line only. Like it identifies the value. Understand the value as a 10, so it considers ID as a
number. Correct. Internally, it assigns a type of ID as a number.
Correct. So can we say it is dynamic or it is still static?
It is still static. Dynamic means what? This is dynamic.
Okay.
Can you see here? ID becomes number as well as ID becomes string also. Right? So here what is happening, by looking at the number, TypeScript is defining the type. That is one of the feature of the TypeScript. So you write it, or you ask TypeScript to write it explicitly for you. Internally, it will do it. But types are not getting changed. Your number is not becoming string. If it is becoming, that is dynamically typed. Okay? Fine. Now, what I want you to do, whatever I have done, you also need to do that much part. Open the VS Code. Yes.
Should I say window or entire screen?
Yeah.
Can you see this one? Hello?
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah. So should I start with me?
Yes. So from tomorrow, first you need to create the Git repository, not today. First create one folder on the desktop or whatever your drive is. Into that drive you can create.
So I should from here new file.
No, first create the folder. Go there, first create the folder.
In the Explorer or here.
In the file explorer. Angular, you can give any name.
Yeah. And here subfolder. We are running JS and TS.
Yeah, you can run TS. You rename the folder to the TS demos.
So from here, should I open that folder? Right?
Correct. Okay. Create JS file. Still, I didn't explain you how do you run the project. We'll talk about that. Folder. First create the folder. You have created file.
This is right?
Yeah. If you make everything in a smaller case, would be great for the folder names.
Yeah. It automatically takes ISO.
Folder names. Rename. Right click, rename.
I'm not familiar with this much.
No problem. You will become familiar by end of the course or by halfway of the course.
Yeah.
This is just an intro. I want you to tell you what exactly you would be doing in the TS course. So in the TypeScript, we will learn JavaScript and TypeScript together. Because there is no much difference, right?
Yes.
Where ID is equals to 10.
Do I need to add a semicolon?
Not required. JavaScript says that semicolons are optional from the ES6. Now, what is ES6? You will get to know. From the latest version of the JavaScript, semicolons are optional. Now, can you see there is a white dot after your file name?
Yes.
That white dot represents the file is unsaved,
Right.
right? So, you can go to the settings and you can enable autosave. No, not there. I think, where is autosave? File. Yeah, go to the file menu. File menu, there is a autosave. Can you see? Below share option, go, yeah, autosave. So you don't need to type Control S again and again. It will start saving automatically. Now try to assign string to the ID. Yeah. There is working. Now create a TS file. In a folder day 1, you can create the TS file. app02.ts. Anything, no problem. No problem. Meanwhile, I have pushed the code for your understanding on GitHub. You may check the repository.
So there will be two repositories, right? One, whatever changes you have done will be in your repository.
Yeah.
And the other one is for my assignment.
Correct. So you,
I can view the examples from your repository as well.
correct. You can see examples. You have read-only access to my repository.
I cannot know.
Yeah. To your repository, you have both read and write access. We will see tomorrow how exactly you will create. So I have pushed the code also. You may check to my Git repository and see. Refresh it. Can you see day 01, day 02? In a day 02, yeah, app02.ts you may, so that is auto generated file. And that one, second TS file that we have created.
Yes. So I need to give the name to, otherwise it will conflict.
It will conflict with this, correct. That's why I said change, name conflicts are there.
So it is giving me that, do I need to do something or just I can do the code?
Yeah, you can
Click on this.
TS file, open TS file.
So this way I can
Refer and type, don't copy paste. For few days don't copy paste. After that you are allowed to do anything.
so refer here and type.
You can refer and type until you get a confidence. You can exactly, so that is the part of the course and that is the homework. So whatever codes I am going to type during the session, you need to complete those codes till next day. Refer, type. Refer, watch the video, type it. Refer, watch the video, type it in this way. Okay.
So here we can define this way as well, or it is optional.
TST, yeah, that is, you can try both the things. You can give type and don't give type and see what happens. If you see the spacing in my code, that is the standard one. If you go to my code, there are some spaces. Can you see?
Yeah.
After equals, there is one space. Before equals, there is one space.
So both are fine. This has to be area since.
Correct.
Should I remove this and then compile it?
No, keep it, keep it. I have some task for you. If you remember, I have installed one command, right? So what you need to do, open your terminal. We already have installed the Node.js. Open the terminal. Now just hold on. You can open the terminal by means of a shortcut also. Control and below the escape there is one button, tilde.
Yes.
Type that, control and escape. Below the escape.
Yes.
Yeah, can you see integrated terminal has opened into your root directory?
Yes.
What is your root directory? TS demos.
Right.
Now here you need to type cd day 01. Day 01. Okay. Now you need to install one package. Now what exactly this you will get to know day after tomorrow. npm, type npm install space /g / or -g hyphen g, and you can write there Typescript script. Hit the enter. Something will install on your machine. So what you have installed right now, you have installed Typescript from node registry, npm registry to your machine. Now type tsc. You don't need to write npx because you have installed one package globally. tsc space name of the Typescript file, whatever name of the Typescript file. Yeah, hit the enter. What is the error? Okay, got it. I know what is happening. Now can you see, just take your cursor, can you see there is a PowerShell written? There is a written something, and there is a plus icon. After plus there is a down arrow. Click on the down arrow, and can you see there is a command prompt?
Yes.
Yeah. Now again type npm install -g Typescript. Hit the enter. Okay, now type it again, tsc space name of the Typescript file. Enter. See now, one error found.
I need to go to the direct.
Oh yeah.
So the package is installed in the directory, that is fine.
No, it is not installed in that directory. It is globally installed, and in the system variables you get one path. And that's why you don't need to type npx over here. If the installed executable is not inside the system path, then you need to type npx. Right, I have written npx tsc, if you remember.
Yes, I remember, but it is not.
It is not required in your case. cd day 01, you can go to the day 01. Yeah. Now TSC, name of the. Still there is error. Yeah, enter. Day 02. Now this has been compiled. TSC stands for TypeScript compiler. And you got the error. If you see there is an error, still one JS file has been generated.
Yes.
Go to the JS file and see the code. If you do single click, can you see there is a italic, file name is in italic.
Yes.
Double click on that file name, it will become in a normal. So again do double click, it becomes italic. What do you mean by this italic? It will be replaced. Now click on any other file. In a same window, that file would be getting replaced. No, in file, go to the third tab, click on the third tab, or close it. Close that file. Just open by means of single click. Now go to the file explorer. Yeah, click. Can you see the file is open? Now click on another file. Not there in the explorer. Go in the explorer. Yeah, click there. Now, okay, close that file also. Close all the files. Yeah, just keep last open. Yeah. Now click on any file and you will see in the same window file would be getting replaced. Can you see that? But if you see double click, go on the file name and double click.
Here?
Anywhere, no problem. And now try to click on any file, it will open in a new window.
Okay. Got it.
Right?
Yeah.
So
it will be again, suppose I click on this, again this file will open with this.
So while
this.
opening itself, you can have a double click.
Okay.
In a file explorer, while opening itself, open it in a double click manner. Yes. So what you have done, we have just taken a little overview of a TypeScript. And in the TypeScript session, this is what we are going to do till end. Every day we are going to learn the concepts. I am going to type the code. I am going to upload it to the Git. You are going to refer that code. You are going to type it, execute it, and then we will move ahead. This is how we will complete our TypeScript sessions. Right?
That is right.
Yeah. So any questions you have, you can ask me.
So, basic question. Like,
Yes.
You said browser don't understand.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So, the compiler take care of convert it into the Java.
Correct.
Which compiler?
Yes.
Right. So, which language, which script should I learn? TypeScript or Java?
As far as Angular is concerned, you need to write a code in a TypeScript only. There is no option other than that.
Yeah, because I see that the JavaScript code.
One more thing, if you learn TypeScript, automatically you will learn JavaScript. Right? Because TypeScript is nothing but the JavaScript. That's what.
Can we say the TypeScript is more user friendly compared to
Developer friendly.
developer?
It's a more developer friendly tool. That's it. Like a Java or like a C#.NET. C# is a completely it's a statically and strongly typed programming language. I didn't use it anytime, but we define types over there. Yes or no?
Yes.
But in a JS, you don't define the types. There are no types in the JavaScript, and that was creating a lot of trouble in the web development. So by that everything
will be taken care of.
Correct.
Plus, it is developer friendly.
Yes.
With less code,
You do a lot of things. But whatever you do in a JavaScript, you do in a TypeScript, same things. But reverse is not true.
So pardon, please.
Whatever you do in a JavaScript, all that can be done in a TypeScript, right? But whatever you do in a TypeScript, that all that things cannot be done in a JS, because TypeScript has little more features than JS.
Right.
It's not backward compatibility. It is not backward compatible. We can do that. There are some techniques, but let's not talk about that right now. You can consider very simply like this. Okay. So this is about this session. Tomorrow we will start with the Git. I want to set up your Git repository, and you need to push your codes regularly.
Anita, I also have one question. You said npm will install the package.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll go into that later because what it exactly?
You don't know that part right now. For that, first you need to know what do you mean by Node.js. Okay. Presently, you don't know what is Node.js. At the end, you will get to know what npm is exactly. Okay. What is a package manager? It's a node package manager. To understand package manager, first you need to know what are the node packages. Getting my point? And then it is management. We'll see that later on. Just don't worry about that. It's not that important. But before we start the Angular sessions, you will be having a good idea of that part. So our focus during this is, for now, understanding the TypeScript. That's it. Okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
So for now, I will just remember this command.
That's it. And that is going to be done. Now you have done tsc and whatever that npm install /g. That is the once in life command. That's it.
Okay. Okay.
Not every day you don't need. Every day you need to do. Yes. Every day you need to fire tsc name of the file name.
Correct.
Every day you need to do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes. So recording would be uploaded after 24 hours. Okay.
And it will be available.
So go to my channel, subscribe it, you will get notification.
Okay.
Okay, let me share the link.
Yeah. YouTube channel, right?
YouTube channel.
So you can share on WhatsApp as well. It will be easy to access directly.
Correct. Here also I will send it. And on the WhatsApp also. So subscribe it so you'll get notifications whenever I will upload new video, and I keep uploading videos for the other batches also. So if you find anything helpful, you may see that as well.
Yes, that's great.
Yes. So I have given a link in WhatsApp also. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
So tomorrow we will again at 7.
7, correct.
There are some changes.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.